Hello everybody, welcome back to the Raven Tarot. My name is Joe. So today, I just literally sat down. I was like, I need to record a reading. I feel like I'm in the mood. So I sat down and was like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And then bang, I just thought on what people need to avoid. So what is it that your ego is trying to make you do in your relationship that you shouldn't do because your ego is trying to protect you, but really you're then kind of attacking the other person. So that's what we do a lot of the time in relationships. So today I'm going to be going into like what you shouldn't be doing, how you shouldn't be acting around them, all of that. And then as well, I'm going to give you advice, or I'm going to give you like, so if you take my advice, what that path will look like. And if you don't take my advice, it could end up going that way. So hopefully you take the advice. And just remember, this is a general reading, so it might not resonate with you. And yeah, you can check out any of the rest of the videos I have. I have loads more, or just come back another time. And sometimes I have tarot readers that vibe with me for months and then nope. Doesn't mean I'm never going to come back to them again. It just means that I need a message from a different tarot reader, and that is fine too. So I'm sorry if it doesn't vibe. Take a ride on the high road. Okay, anyway. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. I'm just trying to make it funny and quirky, but I'm just wasting time now because I'm blabbering on. So let's get into the reading. And I just realized there is no piles. So, yeah. Just, you know what? Think of a number, close your eyes, and choose between group number 1, group number 2, or group number 3. And yeah, we will get straight into the reading. Okay, bam. Okay, so pile number 1, welcome to your reading, and let's see what you need to stop doing in your relationship and what you should avoid maybe saying. I already have chosen the cards here now, and because I want to keep these readings kind of quick, I want to make them more fast-paced. So we're going to start straight away with the first card that we have here. First card we have here is the Two of Wands. And what I'm feeling from the Two of Wands here is that you need to stop isolating yourself and trying to... I feel like you're someone who will just literally go out onto the balcony or go into the garden or wherever you go to get away. You might go into that sacred space that you go to think. Like for me, I go out to the backyard and just sit there under the stars and I think about things. Sometimes it's really good and it's our favorite thing to do, but sometimes it can be very toxic. So what you need to stop doing is when anything is on your mind, you seem to go to that place where you can think. And while that is something that a lot of people would advise you to do, like that's like if you're angry and you need to cool down, then go ahead, go outside, get some fresh air. But when you're just doing it out of habit because you can't deal with what's going on around you, and if your relationship is just, if things aren't working out, I don't, with this pile it doesn't, it's kind of like your masculine energy is kind of suppressed in a way. It's kind of like you're not taking power, or you're not feeling powerful enough, and also you're out of balance with your feminine energy as well. Your feminine energy is like you're not feeling attractive enough for something along those lines. Is kind of coming in through here too. But what with the Two of Wands here, you need to stop like going away from the situation to think, because then with the Two of Wands it's like you have two decisions. You're like, should I do that, should I do this, should I do that? But you just end up getting caught here. Where's my wand? You end up getting caught here in the middle, and you're not making a decision, you're just staring out into space. Okay, so that is something that you need to avoid doing. Like just see, can you maybe communicate a little bit more clearly? Okay. The next card we have, it's reversed, but I'm just going to hold it up for the purpose of you not having to turn your head 360. No, not 360. Oh my god, this is not an exorcism. Okay, we have the Strength card here, and because it was reversed, for me right now, a lot of your thoughts are kind of like this. This is an infinity sign. So, yes, for me, it's like you are in a very spaced out kind of mindset at the minute where it's, or not spaced out, sorry, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say, stupid intuition, I'm trying to say that your thoughts keep the same thoughts keep recycling over and over again. So you will have dealt with something that has been a weakness of yours, or something that just keeps happening, and you keep being like cursing yourself for it, being like, oh, why is this happening again? So you keep blaming yourself, and you think that a lot of the time it's you that's making the mistakes in the relationship, and you're just like beating yourself up about it. But with the Strength card reversed, I'm really seeing it's time for you to not blame yourself anymore, because you are literally putting yourself down all the time. Because I don't know what it is, but do you want to protect this person? Are they like, have they left you in the past, or are you just trying to keep them happy? I don't know what's going on, but with you, you're thinking like the relationship at the minute isn't strong, and you know that. You know it's not a strong relationship because there's it's literally like two magnets. Well, I don't know how you say that. When the poles are opposite, obviously. Oh my god, my brain hurts. You know what I mean? When two magnets don't attract, they. Let's just stop talking, because I even can't even get blah, the words out of my mouth. Yeah. So the next card I have is, I have the Eight of Wands. Another thing that you really need to stop doing is you need to stop expressing how you feel. Not necessarily how you feel, but your opinion. You have so much to say, but you're afraid of how you may say it. So if you want to express your feelings or your opinions, or just like sit down, you're afraid that once you sit down, you'll just let everything out, and it'll all just come out like, sometimes the way I talk, it just comes out like bleh, word vomit, and you're afraid that you're not going to be able to express your passionate side to them like you would with your best friend or something like that. So with it being a partner, it's kind of like, your ego is getting in the way with saying you can't say that around them, or you can't say this around them because they don't like that, or they don't like this about that, and blah blah blah. Right. With your best friend doesn't judge you, so your partner should not judge you for what you say. So whatever has gone on in the past, that needs to be healed, because you should not be feeling like you can't express yourself in the way that you normally would with anyone else. Well, not with everyone. I feel like you choose your battles wisely, so who you will get into a discussion properly with. Okay, so the last card just here for something that you shouldn't do. Jeez Louise. Sorry, I just finished work. I work in a school. A lot of you know that. I work in a school with kids with autism and ADHD, and today was a very challenging day. I love my job, love it, but just today they were the kids, there was weird tension in the school today. Like, kids were all over the place and they were really frustrated, so my head's like woo. But it's always good for me to do readings when I'm a little bit like this. The last card we have here is the Empress reversed. I'm going to turn it just so you can see the lovely artwork. So as you can see, the Empress here is someone who, in this, she almost looks like she's just gotten pregnant. So she's in the early stages of her pregnancy. I do pick this up, that there is something, maybe not that you're pregnant, but right, for some of you, I feel like there was miscarriage, and that is something that might have affected things, and it was really tough for either you or them or both of you. And it's like almost like this subject or this is now like, oh god, we shouldn't talk about that. That's another thing that could come up. But for the rest of you, what I'm really seeing is you need to stop feeling like you're not attractive enough and that they're not attracted to you anymore, because that, like, have they really said anything like, oh, you're ugly or blah 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 blah? And if they have said things like that to you, really look at them and be like, if they're saying something like about how you look, reflect that back and see, are they happy with the way they look? Because a lot of the time when in relationships, when they say something like you need to lose weight, they're conscious of themselves, and there's a lot of star signs that are even like, there's a lot of signs that do that. They project, and so that they don't have it come back to them. Whereas I'm the kind of person who I never project my energy or my negativity onto someone because it makes me feel better, because that doesn't work in the long run. It works temporarily and it's like a kind of energy vampire thing, but just don't stop feeling like, and if they're saying things to you that's making you feel like you're not attractive, tell them to stop and tell them that that is really bad for your mental health, or just like really be like, no, that's not okay. You are taking away my spark. How dare you? Okay. So yeah, what I have here, I've just pulled two more cards, and with the Page of Swords here, I don't have any, because for me right now in this whole situation is, you're not really talking, you're not really communicating, because you are there making all the decisions on your own with the Two of Wands. And now we have the Page of Swords coming into it. So we have with this, it's like, whoa. Page of Swords is like everything. In this card, she's like smirking. She's like, look, almost like, I always feel like she's a bit sneaky, like, and in a good way, like, oh my god, I can say things that I want to say, because look at me with my big sword. And yeah, this swords is all about communication as well, so I feel like you're going to be really happy with how much you end up talking about, and you're not even going to be able to handle it. You're going to be like getting a bit like, wow, so yesterday, like, you'll be talking to your friend, you'll be like, so yesterday we talked about this, and your friends, I feel like, will be like, what? That's such good progress. So with this Page of Swords, it's like she is holding that sword and she's like, look at me, I can communicate, you know what I mean? And then she almost can't handle it, but not in a bad way, but just kind of like, whoa, we can talk about anything. Look at me with my sword. So yeah, that's really good. I really feel like if you listen to what I said, then you will have communication will improve immensely. Like, look at that sword. And what I have here, if you don't start to communicate and express how you feel, we have the King of Wands here in reverse. And again, for those that I was talking about, kids and losing kids or whatever, with the King of Wands here, it's almost like this is also like not wanting to talk, or not really wanting to share any interests anymore. I'm going to turn it this way just so you can look at it. But as you can see, King of Wands, that way, he's got kids around him, he's a storyteller, he's someone that kids would love to be around. But if you don't start to deal with things now and express things, we're going to get the King of Wands reversed, and I feel like that's coming from his energy. So you need to stop chasing after them, because you're not attracting their energy. You're actually pushing them away, further away. Okay, with that King of Wands. So kind of at the minute, I feel like you're in a hermit mode, and you're trying to take loads of time here to, sit down, think about life, watch the butterflies go by, and you're really trying to go within, and you're helping a lot of other people as well in your life, which I see, which is not what you should be doing. You shouldn't, and even if you are a very spiritual person and you feel like you shouldn't express a lot of the things in your life to too many people around you, like I feel like you're someone who doesn't like to talk about things that's going on with them. You need to figure out a way that you can start talking to someone, because you cannot be a hermit anymore, because you're not attracting the things that you deserve into your life by not talking with even yourself. Like, even just admitting to yourself that, okay, I am completely ignoring X, Y, and Z, and that needs to change. Okay? I hope this reading was good, and also I just would like to mention I am doing £30 readings for 30 minutes, which will be up on my Etsy for another, I don't know, we might do it for another couple of weeks, because why not? If I have space to do it or time to do it, I want to make these readings easier for you guys to afford, as a lot of readings on here are quite expensive. But yeah, right now I'm able to do cheaper readings, and I'm happy to do it. And yeah, just let me know. The link is down below in the description box, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. So I have already shuffled, and there's cards here in front of me. But I'm going to show you them one by one, as it helps me focus and get the messages clearly. So let's see what you need to stop doing for the relationship to get better. Sorry, I need to have a bit of wind. There we go. Excuse me. So the first thing I want to say is you are a new dove. I don't know what it is, but you're like a beautiful dove kind of. It's like I see you wearing a lot of like nice white dresses or white clean. I don't know, there's something so clean about this relationship. Either you're a very clean person, or you're a very kind of fancy, elegant person. But as well, I'm feeling like also you're very attractive, I feel. And what I see the most here before we begin is that a lot of you, I feel like this is a new relationship, or just things have went in a new direction. I don't know, but for most of you, I feel like it's either you're just entered a new relationship and it's kind of a bit like, whoa, I don't know, or you're nearing the end of a relationship. Okay, and I'll explain why I see that in a minute. So let's start with the 8 of Wands. We had this in pile number 1 as well. So with the 8 of Wands reversed, I'm just going to turn it around for you. The 8 of Wands reversed is telling me that you are not being passionate enough towards this person that you're thinking on. It just really feels like you've tried all the different things that you could try, and I'm talking about sexually here more so, or the way that you used to flirt. I'm really seeing like like in clubs when people would dance like grinding on each other, kind of things, like just little things that used to be like kind of exciting, and it was like, oh gosh. Right now that's not happening. So for me, there's not enough like sexual not that there's not sexual attraction, but there's not enough cues. You're not giving the cue. You're not you think, for me, you think you are being like enough. But there's something with you, you're just not wanting yourself to let things, I don't know. It's kind of like you want to keep him excited for longer, if you know what I mean. So it's something to do with that. It's kind of, that'll make sense for some of you. But let's just leave it there, because I think like in the past, like you kind of learned that okay, I can't be too full on because that's not like, I feel like you're more comfortable with taking it slow anyway. But now there's become like a common theme, let's call it. So things have got very like the same thing all the time, and it's gotten a bit like meh. And the only way that that's gonna go is not the way you want it to go. Basically, it's going to get worse. So just maybe think about how you can add a bit more excitement into things, because the little quirks that you used to have, the little things that you used to do, those were fun, and your partner loved those things. The next card we have here is the Queen of Pentacles. So that's kind of the getting that you are I feel like you are an earth sign. And some of you I feel like as a Taurus. I always see her as a Taurus, like myself, because this card always is connected with me. And with the feminine energy here, I feel like you need to stop overthinking the way that you're presenting yourself. You're thinking like, do they see me like that? What do they think about this way I'm dressed? Do you know, I'm really seeing like you are really being too much in your head. You're being too much in your head about how you should walk. This is why I feel like it's a new relationship. You're trying your best to keep yourself as elegant as possible, or you're trying to make yourself look exactly the way you want to look. So it feels like you're like third date in or something, and you, even though I feel like you're an air sign, I also feel like you're quite fiery with that. She's got red hair here, so it's kind of like that fiery, passionate kind of like, even though you are very calm, and you are someone who walks slow, you take your time, you're not like all over the place. Like, you know, those girls, I keep saying girls, sorry for anyone that is male watching, just flip the gender. But you're someone who, you know, like there's a lot of females that are just like, oh, like if I was a female, I would be all over the place. That kind of like energy. You just, for me, you are taking yourself too seriously, and it does come natural to you because you are the Queen of Pentacles. But now that you are thinking about how you should be, when you already know exactly how you should be, because it's just the way you are. But as soon as this person's come into the picture, you're thinking about it too much, and then now you're literally like, you might stumble, or you might even, I don't know, you might have like spilled something on your dress, or things like that are happening to you, because that is the universe trying to tell you like, stop trying to perfect yourself, you're already perfect. Well, we're not all perfect though, but it's just kind of like, stop trying to make yourself perfect, you're fine the way you are, because you are that Queen of Pentacles. And then if that's not resonating with you, I just chose what I was feeling the most for the majority of you. But the rest of you, it could just mean that you are wanting to be a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more attractive, that like marriage material. So some of you that might be the case, and you're thinking about like, what if I'm not the wife that he wants? What if I'm not pretty enough? Because I don't have that lovely gold dress, or my hair isn't the way it should be. So that would be a very Queen of Pentacles thing that you would be thinking. So you need to stop thinking like that, okay? So either stop thinking that you're not good enough, or just stop thinking that you need to be better, even though you know you are quite hot. Okay. And this is coming from you. So I have the Ten of Swords reversed here, and I'm really feeling like you need to stop threatening to run away, or to, I feel like there will be with some people that you're living that kind of like, you're in a new city or you're in a new town, and it's kind of like it's a bit exciting where you are, but then anyone that is in this relationship quite a while, and I said that it might be getting to the point where it is the Ten of Swords now and it's coming to an end, but I'm basing this on like communication, and that's why I'm reading this differently. So what I'm really feeling is like you're kind of at the minute just being like, this is a new thing. There's so many other guys out there that I could go meet. So it's kind of like your ego's telling you to run and be like, nah, I'm done with this. So you need to stop doing that, okay? Because I really feel like you are interested. But you're that person who kind of feels like you're better off on your own for right now. Maybe because it's to do with you want to focus on your work, or you want to focus on the things that you're passionate about, because we have that briefcase. So it's kind of like you're in like you're I feel like a lot of you are you've started something new, okay? Like, or you're about to start a new job. So maybe you've moved to a new city or something and you're wanting to start a new career. Everything is just seeming like everything's very new for you. But what I would advise is to stop saying that it's over, or saying or threatening to be like, do you know what, if this isn't going to work out, why am I even bothering? If you don't want this, then what's the point? So like, stop kind of, I don't think a lot of you are saying that like that, but there is a few there that's being kind of harsh. They're like, well, if you don't think I'm good enough, then why am I wasting my time? Don't, like, just take it easy, okay? Because I have the Nine of Pentacles here. So it's, for me, it's like right now you like where you live. If you have pets, it's like you're kind of that person who's like, I have my cat or I have my dog or whatever pet you have. You're just kind of like, I don't need anyone right now. I'm quite happy. I'm quite content. And for me, it's like Nine of Pentacles is amazing in this deck. I love this Nine of Pentacles, but I'm basing it differently on how I feel about this whole reading. So I'm feeling like with this Nine of Pentacles, it's like you need to stop thinking that you're better off on your own and that you're happier with what you have around you. Your little single bed maybe for some of you, or you like having the couch to yourself and you just having your glass of wine with your pets, and or you know, right now it's just seeming like you don't really care. And I'm not saying that you should be like, oh, I need a man. I really feel like either way you go, you're a very you are quite okay. Okay, so I'm not saying that you're like, oh, I need this, I need that. No, you don't really need anyone to be happy, and that's the best thing of all, because not many people understand that. But for me, it's like you would be fine on your own. But I'm really seeing like, if you want things to work, you kind of need to just stop using that as an excuse that you can be okay on your own. But like, it's basically what the universe is like saying to you is you really need to focus on your priorities at the minute. So if you do feel the need that you should be in a relationship, that it would make you progress in life, then focus on that. You just really need to focus on what's the best for you right now to get the best outcome in your new beginning, okay? Because I feel like you're not giving the attention to things that are best for you. So because I have now the next card, which is the Ace of Pentacles. So there is a new job coming. So I'm still not sure. Like, there's a new job coming, but also it could mean that you are moving to a new area that you haven't discovered yet. Not like, I don't mean like you're moving away somewhere far. I just feel like I see this as like a big forest. I'm not really looking at that squirrel. So I just seen this as like a big, from a eagle point of view, big forest, and like this pentacle is kind of hidden within the forest. So that's the way I'm picking this up. It's kind of like a little plot of land that you will discover. So a new area. That might not mean that might, for some of you, might be moving to a little cottage or somewhere like closed off or further away. But you're going to discover this new place, a new beginning with Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings always. But yeah, for me, it's feeling like this new relationship is going to start to. Also, it could be that if you are in a relationship and there is someone that you're interested in, I'm saying this for a very select few, you don't know what to do. I really feel like if you want to go for it, okay? Because it's seeming like Tara was saying it's the right choice at this moment in time. Just try and do it nicely. If you need to break up with someone, break up with someone. I think that's why I'm getting confused with the energy here, because it feels like someone's ending a relationship and someone's just beginning a relationship. So yeah, at the minute there's either a new job or a new place coming in. But it's really exciting. And if you kind of just ignore my advice, I have the Hermit reversed. Now, I always see the Hermit upright in this deck as a bit not nice. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, and it makes me feel like depression and whatever. But this was reversed, so it feels like for me, no matter what, if it doesn't turn out, if you doesn't turn out the way you want it to turn out, you're gonna be fine. You're not gonna get depressed, because I feel like you might worry like, oh, how will I be if this doesn't go that way? You're gonna be fine, because for me everything is very new, and you're being challenged in new ways, and things in your life now are taking off and like quicker than they normally would, and you're just kind of like, oh, it's a bit like, whew. There's so much flow in your life now, and things are moving so much quicker all the time. You're like, whoa, I'm gonna be this age in this many years. You're probably saying things like that. But yeah, just it kind of feels for me like this group's kind of going through a new transition, and there's an awakening happening. It might not mean spiritually, but for me it's kind of like you're being opened up to something that you haven't really realized before, and it's a new opportunity for you to start thinking like, whoa, this could change my life for the better. But yeah, that's all I have really for you. I just want to let you guys know that I am still doing my £30 readings for 30 minutes on my Etsy, and the link is down below. It's just, I might do this for another couple of weeks. I'm not sure. Depends when if it gets too many readings, then I'll have to obviously go back to regular pricing, but I'm happy to take the price down whenever I am able to do it. Because it's nice to be able to afford, because sometimes we look at readings and we're like, whoa, they're not cheap. And yeah, it's because high demand with these, when you're doing it online, it's harder. Okay, so I hope you enjoy. Please leave a comment down below how this resonated with you. And I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. We're going to see what you need to avoid right now. And this pile is very different from the other pile, because we're actually what we need to avoid. I'm just going to go with the story because it's too confusing to get the other messages in, and this came through strongest anyway. So I'm just going to start off by saying the general vibe of this pick a card is you need to stay away. What you need to do is avoid getting anywhere near that person. Because right now, that is something that has been toxic, and you need to find strength within yourself to keep out of this. Because right now, I'm just going to start off. Also, before I begin, everything is reversed apart from 2 cards, and the 2 cards that are here, it wouldn't make sense for them to be reversed. So everything is in the perfect position that it needs to be. I wish I could show you like everything all spread out, but I'm just gonna have to do it the way I do it because I don't have a proper like thing to hold my phone. So I'm going to show you cards as I speak. The first 2 cups, the first 2 cards we have here is we have the 10 of Cups reversed. I'm going to put them like that just so you can see, but just so you know, I'm going to be talking, if they're reversed, that's how I'm going to be talking about it. And we have the King of Pentacles reversed. So in this situation, this would be a really good, happy, lovely marriage, really nice man, whatever. For you, it's there is something that has went on. So the biggest thing I'm feeling here is there's someone who's been not faithful in the relationship, and really for most of you, I strongly think that this was a marriage, and I feel like a lot of you are either going through a divorce right now or you're planning for a divorce, and I don't know, it just really baffles me because this was but I just want to let you know that everything, I know you don't want to hear this, but the universe is really wanting me to say this cliche thing, and I have to say what my intuition is picking up. I'm really picking up that even though you have so much I feel like there's so much anger going on and just so much frustration with everything that's happened, and you're like, why did I not see this coming? Why did I get myself into this mess? You need to really stop blaming yourself, okay? For a start, stop blaming yourself and stop worrying about what is happening, because right now the universe just wants to let you know that, yeah, this has happened, but you just need to calm down, because you don't know how good things are going to be, and you are going to realize in years to come how much of a lesson this has taught you. So it's really just kind of, it's not really showing me massively what the universe has planned for you, because it doesn't want you to know, and I'm going to talk about that. But it's kind of like your wish is my command. I just show you the card while I'm talking about it, because I have the 9 of Cups here, but I'll explain more about that in a minute. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you. You have, the universe is like saying, come on, we have your back here on this. I know it's tough right now, but you just need to calm down a bit. Okay. Also, I really feel like with a lot of you, you just was such a good relationship, and then this person for me kind of almost seems like a sociopath, or just a real manipulator, just someone who you were like, you would never have imagined that they might not have cheated, but it might have done something else, something really just not okay, not cool, something you're like, what, you cannot act like that. And then I find out about such whatever it is. It's just like you're completely shocked. You're just like, what? How naive was I? The next cards I have here, I have the World reversed. So it's kind of like you're really thinking about, when will things just start getting better with this? When will I start to feel better? When will I have that feeling of trusting and feeling like sexually attracted to new men or a new partner or whatever? You're just kind of like, you're waiting for like your thoughts to clear up. Your thoughts need space right now for you to be able to think about them things, because right now we have the Ace of Wands reversed. So for me, it's like you're not even interested in thinking about sex. You're not even interested in thinking about looking attractive. Yeah, you're gonna like wear nice clothes and whatever, and some of you might even want to travel and just get away and do things and enjoy yourself and see the world. But because both of these were reversed, it's kind of like, and this Ace of Wands is like, you don't even want to have sex. You don't, there's no passion right now because you're just so frustrated how things have turned out. Um, what I'm seeing is new relationships or anything new that needs to happen. I really, really feel like, um, you need to stop blaming yourself for what happened, or just because it's like the world card reversed for me is like you're just mad that you didn't see things. It's almost like you wish you could have just seen things from space, just been like, I'm playing The Sims at the minute, but it's just like you wish that you could see things from an outer body experience, like the way that she's just like up above the clouds. It's like you wish that you could have seen things coming, but you're blaming yourself now, and you're kind of like, ugh, like, I hate this. Why did this happen? And I really just want to let you know that you cannot be in control of everything. You cannot control the situations, and what happens happens, and it's in the past now, and you can't change it. The next thing here as well, I really feel like something that you need to just stop saying, either to that person if you still talk to them, or to yourself. You just need to, if it's to the other person, you need to just stop saying like you're an evil person. You what have you turned into? You've turned into this horrible monster that's just blah 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 blah. Just saying really like personal things. So if you are speaking to this person, stop getting personal. I know they did something bad to you, but they have their own karma they're going to deal with. You have your own karma that you'll deal with. Right now you're both going through karma, because at the end of the day he's losing you, even though maybe he or she, sorry, either that they wanted to leave and that was the whole idea and it was a bit kind of fucked up. Don't always, just stop blaming them as well. And because like a lot of the things I feel like you're saying are things, if you think about it, you have your own addictions too. You have your own problems, things that you wish you didn't do. And if you think about it now, you did that maybe behind that partner's back as well. So you're kind of thinking like, if he actually found out about that, he wouldn't be very happy. So kind of like, people do make mistakes. People do horrible things. But it's no excuse to say horrible things back. Or I'm not saying that you're like that, because this is just for us, whoever I'm saying this to, you're gonna be like, oh damn, oh fuck, you're kind of harsh. But yeah, when people are going through things and they need to build their strength back up there, or things need to get to a better place, we do get angry, we do get personal. But that is for some of you. And then the rest of you, I really feel like with the devil card reversed here, it's really telling me that you are starting to keep everything in, and things are starting to get a bit toxic. Internally, you're starting to do things that the ego loves to do. You're starting to get anxiety. You're starting to feel worthless. You're starting to get depression. You're starting to slip into things that the devil reversed puts us into. So it's not really like, I'm not talking about things around you are toxic for you or toxic people. And when the devil reversed, it's for me like things within you is becoming toxic. So that is your own energy that you hold. So you need to just start maybe having a little conversation with yourself, like check in with yourself every now and again, and just stop holding things in, because that fire within you will burn, and you will burn if you don't. Okay. I have the Justice card here now, so I really feel like what you need to stop doing is also being like, you will get your justice, you will get what you deserve. Here, have this. It's like, say if they're like asking you for something like pictures or something that you maybe like need to give them, just stop feeling like they will get what they deserve, because that the universe for me is trying to tell me that's not the way that it's going to work here. That's not how things balance out. That's you stooping to their level. That's you being on that lower vibration. So it's kind of like you're both equally on the same vibration now, even though things are not working out. It's kind of like with the negativity right now, they've got you on their level. You weren't on that level. You were probably a bit above, and you were probably on a better vibration or level in your life. And now it's kind of like you're both even with these scales. With these scales, it's kind of like, they've got you where they wanted you. They've made you feel like, it's almost like, how dare you make me be this bitch that I don't want to be. So I'm kind of just really feeling like, also there's people here I'm really feeling like with kids, if there's kids involved, it's kind of like that is a thing too. It's whatever is going on. But yeah, just try and not be wishing, like cursing that things will go wrong for them, because cursing people is not, I know I don't mean like you're actually doing like witchcraft and blah 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 and you're getting the voodoo dolls out, but just like watch where your intentions are going. Just watch what you say to people, because that is you putting out that kind of negative intentions, and that can come back to bite you in the ass. Sorry, come back to bite you in the ass. Okay. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So if you take my advice on board, there is something really interesting coming up ahead, and this is kind of the universe being like, yeah, so we have so many different things we want to do for you, but we just want to see how you react to what is going on right now. So the universe for me is kind of like, no, this is like not what you probably want to hear, but it's kind of like, she's not ready yet. Let's just see how she reacts to this, because they have so much planned for you, but they don't know which is the right direction for you to go yet. So if you would like to know more about this, or I can do a personal reading for you. And just so everyone knows, I'm doing readings for 30 minutes for £30, just for the next couple of weeks, because I felt like I'm not overly busy and I just want to make these readings more affordable, as a lot of the time their tarot readings can be expensive, even for me, because it's hard to have time all the time. But yeah, if you want a reading, just let me know. Link is in the description down below to Etsy. But that is just kind of, I don't know more about that. So if you want to know like how things are going to go, because right now with the Nine of Cups, I'm just kind of seeing like, this is a general reading, and the universe is like, you don't want to give you the wrong cards here, so you talk about the wrong thing, because it's kind of like the universe is kind of like, we don't know which way we're going just yet. We just need to wait for things to calm down a bit. But if you kind of keep going the way you're going and you're not taking anything I say on board, you're going to have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. And the Queen of Pentacles reversed is, it's kind of really feeling like, for me, you're just going to start to, sounds really horrible, but you're going to start to gain weight. And you're going to start to burn out. You're going to feel like you just need to be there for whoever. If you are a mother, you're just kind of like, I have to be the best that I can be, and I can be the best that I can be. I can be the best mother ever. I can do whatever, but it's going to become tough. You're going to start, your health is going to not be the way it normally is. and that you might gain weight and you might then become insecure, and then yeah, that's the kind of feeling I'm getting with this. And lastly, any other bit of advice, I really feel like before you had like you had the lion, you were the, or no, your partner, your that this is all about, they were the lion and you were the lamb, and now with the Queen of Pentacles, it's kind of like you have to become the lion, you have to become the tough one, and it's like you need to be tough, and with this card. But now, even now, I'm saying you need to start being more tough, but also like don't lose yourself and just keep the kindness and be forgiving, be more compassionate. Because right now, I just really feel like you're so frustrated now that you don't even know how to forgive. You don't really know how to be compassionate. But the one of your biggest strengths and why you might face these challenges is because you're really courageous and you are really ballsy and brave, okay? And I feel like as well you're someone who just doesn't like to ask for help. But what the universe really is saying, that you have to have the courage now to ask for help. Let them help you. Just help. Help is the biggest thing here now. You do need help. You do need people to help you. And even just saying, like, if you're religious or even just spiritual, you don't, praying doesn't mean praying to a god. It's just even like speaking with yourself, like saying, please, I hope that this gets better, and da 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 da. Also, being careful with how you use your words when you're speaking with yourself, like, this will get better, but believing in it, and just really basically just asking even the universe, well, if you have all this planned for me, Mr. Universe, like, can you guide me? Just even doing that is opening yourself up to accepting help, okay? And yeah, that is all I'm really seeing for you, pile number 3. This was tough, and I'm really sorry if this did resonate with you, because that means that you're having a really kind of like bit of stress going on here. But yeah, thank you so much for watching pile number 3, and I am going to go now. Leave a comment down below if you want me to, any other pick a card readings you want me to do, or just yeah, just any little comment down below makes me happy. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye.